and he's proving that. Uh, Moving on, Trey, and this is pretty recent news actually. Yesterday and today was made official. Brad White was hired from Kentucky, longtime SEC coordinator, 7-year vet. And then tonight, big one, big fish reeled in. Buster Faulkner from Georgia Tech was hired to be the OC, and I've seen a few people say that we now have the best coordinator duo in the SEC as of now, and I can't say really have an argument against that. Do you?
Yeah, I would say Alabama's coordinator duo
Alabama's
is
got Ryan
really
Grubb.
good. Ryan Grubb is really good. Um, but outside of that, I can't think of any off the top of my head that are like that you could definitely argue is better. Um, and even with Alabama, I mean, it remains to be seen how Brad White and Faulkner are going to do here. But yeah, immediate reaction is I think they're both slam dunk hires. Brad White, his defenses. I mean, if you just look at the rankings for his defenses at Kentucky, it doesn't jump out at you. It doesn't look special, but you got to remember he's doing it at Kentucky with a much lower talent profile, and I think uh, whenever I think about the Kentucky defenses over the last several years, I think of all of those just slugfests that they've had against teams that are much more talented than them. Their defense is keeping them in games that they have no business staying in. I mean, they've taken Georgia, down to the wire a couple times. They've done a better job of playing against Georgia than Florida has over the last 4 or 5 years. And
Arguably, yeah.
I mean, did the same thing with Texas this past year. They just straight up beat Ole Miss last season. Um, so yeah, I think it's a great hire, Brad White. I'm really looking forward to what he can do with some better talent. And Faulkner, I mean, that's the big fish. He's Burroughs Award finalist. He was able to, similar to Brad White, do more with less at Georgia Tech. You know, um, they're still Georgia Tech. Their talent profile isn't going to be what he's has to work with at Florida. But I mean, his quarterback is one of the guys at the top of the list for the Heisman. So I think that speaks for itself.
Right. And Brad White had four top 25 defenses since 2019 at Kentucky. Pretty impressive considering the talent he had. Um, Buster Faulkner had Georgia Tech ranked number 12 overall in total offense this year. Had Haynes King as a Heisman hopeful. And remember, Haynes King was a nobody when he got to
Yeah,
Georgia
yeah,
Tech.
he is a very limited quarterback.
Very
And,
limited. We'll be
and Buster Faulkner
selling
will turn him
insurance
into
next
a
year for
Heisman
sure.
hopeful.
Right. And he'll have elevated talent this year for sure. Or excuse me, next year. Um, Haynes King, not an NFL guy. No offense to him.
No,
Also interesting, Buster Faulkner, when he was at UGA, worked under Todd Monken, one of the best
right.
play callers in the sport right now.
That's
Uh,
right.
Probably learned a lot from him. Also, Coach Stetson Bennett was a huge reason why Stetson Bennett really played well above his weight class, leading Georgia to two national titles. Really, just strong guys. Just know what they're doing. Veterans. Not. I mean, one of the things about Napier was when he would hire coordinators that weren't himself. Um, his defensive coordinators were really young. Uh, Austin Armstrong was in his 20s when he got hired.
Mm.
Uh, Patrick Tony was, I believe, early 30s. They just weren't there yet, I think. They weren't grizzled. They weren't tested. And Buster Faulkner is 44. He's been around the block. And Brad White is 43. Again, been around the block.
Mhm.
I think experience matters, just like with players from freshman to senior year. Experience matters. It always does.